Something big might be coming to Bridgerton Season 5, and fans are already losing their minds over it. A man who was supposed to show up years ago on the show is finally getting his moment, and his name is Sir Philip Crane. If you have read the books, you already know why this name makes fans scream. If you have not read the books, stay with me because this story is about to change everything you thought you knew about Eloise Bridgerton. There are new hints, new casting talks, and new theories flying around every single day, and today we're going to break down all of it in one place. By the time this video ends, you will know exactly why everyone is talking about Sir Philip Crane, why his return could shake up the entire season, and what this means for Eloise and her future. So grab a comfy seat because this is going to be a long and juicy ride through gossip, theories, and book secrets. Let's start from the beginning because not everyone knows who Sir Philip Crane actually is. In the Bridgerton book series, Sir Philip is a quiet and serious man who lives away from the busy social life of London. He is not loud, he's not flashy, and honestly, he is nothing like the men we usually see chasing after attention in high society. He is a widower, which means he lost his wife, and he's left alone to raise his 2 young children by himself. His story is deep and emotional because he is not just some charming man looking for fun. He is someone carrying real pain and real responsibility. This is what makes him so different from the other men in the Bridgerton world. And this is exactly why fans fell in love with his character the moment they read his book. Sir Philip becomes connected to Eloise Bridgerton in a very unexpected way. Eloise, who's known for being smart, curious, and a little bit stubborn, starts writing letters to Sir Philip because of a personal reason tied to his late wife. What starts as simple letters slowly turns into something much deeper. Their story is not about instant romance or love at first sight. It is slow, it is real, and it feels like something that grows naturally over time. This is one of the reasons the book, To Sir Philip with Love, became such a fan favorite. It felt different from the usual Bridgerton romance because it focused on healing, patience, and understanding rather than fast passion. Now, here is the big question that has fans confused and curious at the same time. If Sir Philip is such an important character in the books, why has he not appeared on the show yet? The Bridgerton series on screen has been jumping between different Bridgerton siblings, giving each one their own season and their own love story. Since the show has not reached Eloise's main story yet, Sir Philip has been sitting quietly in the background, waiting for his moment to finally step into the spotlight. Every season that passes without him only builds more excitement and more pressure for the moment. He finally shows up. Fans have been asking about this character since the very first season aired. Every time a new season drops, there are always comments and posts online asking the same question: when is Sir Philip coming? This kind of long wait usually means one thing in the world of television, that when the character finally arrives, the moment is going to hit 10 times harder because of how long fans have been waiting for it. That is exactly the kind of energy building up right now around Season 5, and it sets the perfect stage for everything we are about to talk about next. Asterisk, picture this: a random tweet drops online, and within minutes, thousands of Bridgerton fans are refreshing their feeds like it's breaking news. That is exactly the kind of reaction we are seeing right now, and it all comes back to one name: Sir Philip Crane. But let's be honest with each other before we go any further. Nothing about Season 5 has been officially confirmed by Netflix or the Bridgerton team when it comes to this character. What we do have is a mix of fan theories, pattern spotting, and some very interesting timing that has people convinced something is coming. Here's where it gets interesting. If you look at how the show has handled past character introductions, there is usually a pattern. Big characters from the books tend to get small hints or mentions before they actually appear on screen. Fans have gone back and rewatched older seasons looking for tiny clues, background mentions, or even set photos that might hint at his arrival. Some fans point to interviews where showrunners talked about wanting to slow down and give Eloise's story the attention it deserves. And that alone is enough to get people talking. Because you cannot really tell Eloise's full story without bringing Sir Philip into the picture at some point. Social media has also played a huge role in keeping this rumor alive. Fan pages and Bridgerton forums are filled with casting wish lists, with fans sharing actor names they personally want to see play Sir Philip. Some of these posts get so much attention that they almost feel like official news, even though they are completely fan-made. This shows just how hungry the fan base is for any tiny hint about this character. They are not just waiting quietly. They are actively pushing the conversation forward every single day. Another big reason fans believe his arrival is close has to do with simple timing and story order. The show has already moved through several Bridgerton siblings, and each season naturally builds toward the next sibling's story. Since Eloise's book comes with Sir Philip attached to it, many fans feel like the show has no real reason left to keep delaying him. The longer the wait goes on, the stronger the belief becomes that his introduction is not a matter of if, but simply a matter of when. Of course, it is important to remember that until Netflix makes an official announcement, all of this stays in the rumor and theory zone. But that has never stopped Bridgerton fans before, and honestly, this kind of guessing game is half the fun of following a show like this. So while we wait for anything official, the excitement, the theories, and the countdown energy around Sir Philip Crane keep getting louder with every passing week. Asterisk, let's talk about something most fans have not fully thought through yet, and that is how much one single character can shake up an entire show. Sir Philip Crane is not just important because of his own story. He is important because of what his arrival does to everyone around him, especially Eloise. Right now, Eloise has been shown as someone still figuring herself out, someone who does not fit neatly into the world she was born into. She questions things, she pushes back against expectations, and she has spent seasons watching her siblings fall in love while she stays on the sidelines. Bringing Sir Philip into her story does not just give her a romance. It gives her a turning point. Think about the emotional shift this creates. Eloise has always been the sibling who says she does not care about marriage or love in the traditional sense. She has practically built her personality around being different from her sisters. So when Sir Philip enters her life, it is not a simple love story. It becomes a moment where Eloise has to face a version of love she never expected. One built on letters, patience, and slow trust instead of parties and gossip. This kind of shift could completely change how fans see her character, and honestly, it could be one of the most rewarding arcs the show has ever built if it is done right. But it is not only about Eloise. His return could also affect the people closest to her. Her mother, her brothers, and even Penelope could all react differently once Sir Philip becomes part of the family picture. Remember, Sir Philip already has 2 children from his first marriage, which means this is not just a love story. It is also a story about stepping into a ready-made family. That alone opens up so many emotional layers the show has not fully explored yet, things like loyalty, grief, jealousy, and learning to love children that are not your own. There is also the question of how his story fits next to everything else happening in the Bridgerton universe. With so many siblings and side characters already established, adding a heavier, slower burn romance like this could either balance out the lighter, flashier storylines, or it could completely shift the tone of the season. Some fans are excited about this change because it feels more grounded and real, while others worry it might slow the pacing down compared to previous seasons. At the end of the day, one character's return rarely stays contained to just his own storyline. Sir Philip Crane stepping into the Bridgerton world means ripples for almost everyone connected to Eloise. And that is exactly why fans are not just excited for a new face. They are excited for how much everything else might change because of him. Asterisk. Here's something fans do not always think about right away. Adding one major character does not just add a new storyline. It can quietly reshape everything else happening around it. If Sir Philip Crane really does step into Season 5, the ripple effect could reach far beyond just Eloise's personal arc. It could change pacing, screen time, and even which characters get pushed into the background for a while. Television only has so much room in each season, and every big addition usually means something else has to shrink to make space. Think about how the show usually works. Each season tends to center heavily around one sibling's love story while still checking in on the rest of the family. If Eloise and Sir Philip's slow burn romance becomes the main focus, that likely means less time for smaller side plots that fans have grown attached to over the years. Some viewers might love this because it gives Eloise's story the depth it deserves, while others might feel like their favorite side characters are getting less attention than before. This kind of trade-off happens in almost every long-running show, and Bridgerton would not be any different. There is also the casting side of things to think about. Bringing in an actor to play Sir Philip is not a small decision. It is a character fans have imagined in their heads for years based on the books. Whoever gets chosen for this role instantly becomes a huge topic of conversation. And depending on how well the casting fits, it could either boost excitement for the season or create backlash if fans feel the choice does not match the character they pictured while reading. This single casting decision alone has the power to shape how people feel about the entire season before a single episode even airs. Timing matters here too. If Sir Philip's introduction lines up with other major storylines already in motion, it could create a season packed with tension, drama, and multiple emotional peaks happening at once. On the other hand, if his story ends up overlapping too much with existing plots, it might make the season feel crowded instead of exciting. Finding that balance is exactly the kind of challenge showrunners have to deal with when introducing a character this important, this late into a series. At the end of the day, Sir Philip Crane is not just another name being added to the cast list. He represents a shift in how the story moves forward. His return, if it happens, could change the emotional center of the season, adjust how much time other characters get, and completely reshape what fans expect from Bridgerton going forward. That is exactly why this rumor alone has managed to spark this much conversation, because deep down, fans know that one character's arrival can change everything. So here's where everything comes together. Sir Philip Crane might just be one name floating around in rumors right now, but as we have seen, this one name carries the power to shift the entire direction of Bridgerton Season 5. From giving Eloise the emotional turning point her character has been building toward, to changing how much screen time other characters get, to shaking up casting conversations across the internet, his possible return touches almost every corner of the show. Nothing is officially confirmed yet, but the signs, the timing, and the sheer amount of fan energy around this topic make it one of the most talked about theories heading into the new season. At the end of the day, this is exactly what makes being a Bridgerton fan so much fun. The waiting, the guessing, the digging through interviews and old clips looking for tiny clues. It all adds to the excitement long before a single new episode drops. Whether Sir Philip Crane actually shows up exactly the way fans expect, or the show decides to take a completely different path, one thing is certain: this conversation is not going away anytime soon. Now it is your turn to jump in. Do you think Sir Philip Crane is finally making his way into Bridgerton Season 5? Or do you think fans are getting ahead of themselves with this theory? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we genuinely want to know what you think is coming next for Eloise and this entire storyline. If you enjoyed breaking down all of this with us today, make sure you are following along so you do not miss any updates the moment real news drops. And if you want more theories, casting predictions, and deep dives just like this one, stick around because we are just getting started with everything Bridgerton Season 5 might bring.